What's up? BS Discover. How you doing? Where you been? Where you going? Check this out. BS Discover. Travel through. Get out. Go and discover things that are beyond. Things that are unbelievable. Will you BS discover the most exciting and unexciting, too exciting, to develop exciting, to change exciting. Go, but don't leave without watching and staying a little longer to this video end. But it's been challenged. It's been not just challenged in 2024. It's been unbelievable roller coaster year. Just like when you invest, roller coaster year sometimes. But the outcome is the only outcome that really matters. But have you learned to allow things to take place as you wait upon the outcome of certain things, because you cannot move mountains until mountains have been moved in certain areas and certain doors to get to a certain steep where no one gotten before. But it's only because the wisdom is wise enough to know, and to know challenge, you have to embrace the challenge around you. And without letting challenge know that I know challenge, and challenge is quite challenging. However, I can't adopt or I can overcome. And most challengers like to overcome the stepping crutches of being around other challengers and going to areas and different levels where you learn to vibe into what's greater for you. And with that understanding, 2004 has not only been just a challenge, it's been a growth too. So within that growth, you learn to establish more within the inner means of what is important to you when it comes to developing the things that you wanted to be in 2025, which is an exciting year already, because a lot of us are making certain changes way before then. So when 2025 comes, you can really even look more relaxed to what's going on around you. And this is how you keep competitors out of the scene of knowing, because they're always going to know, they're always going to see, they're always going to have avenues, but sooner or later the avenues, doors are going to be shut closed. That was allow you to embark upon a greater growth, from understanding to not just understanding, but actually taking actions in the things that you understand to make a greater means to the step and the establishment of the things that have grown before them. So within that growth, you have taken yourself to another level without even stepping backwards or forward. But you moved, and yet you don't move, but you learn to relax. These are not the years of just celebration, but the years of sitting back and relaxing and allowing your mind to just do the other actions, either do mouth or whatever takes place for you to grow, without giving your inner means and your answers to others, and allowing yourself to establish that growth within yourself and on the outer means of business or personal details. So within that note, we always can take a knowledge of knowing that is greater for us to continue to grow. And in that growth, we continue to know that it's not just the challenge, but the growth that allow us to go to that next level. But without growth, there'll be no establishment. And in that taking, we understand that growth could be not just graduating, but just taking in knowledge. You're growing because at one point you didn't take in knowledge. So everybody look at the outer, but they don't look at what's going on inside, what takes inside of you for you to even allow yourself to go into that next step. And it is that you have embarked upon a level of knowing what things actuality is than what the means of what they told you it was. Now you know that what it is, you're able to go after the things that you very couldn't afford to afford before. And even though you go the steps of when you get it, you lose, but you get it, you still gain because the greater process is the growth that took place. You never had it, but you have had it. So it is better to establish that establishment of having. So when you establish at a better growth and a better pace, and the pace is more rapid because the growth and knowledge becomes more accessible to those around you, and where they're able to drop seeds here and there, and then other seeds will come towards you, and you'll grow within the knowledge and establishments that are around you. So it is only for the growth of you understanding that it is because I have not lost the total loss. The loss will be for me to not allow myself to grow or know when to grow, because sometimes it's not at that particular time and point, but it's for you to take care of other details. Once them other details are taken care of, I can grow to the greater growth that I already prepared myself to walk into. But it is more within your understanding as you walk into your growth. There is growth because there is more growth that you did not see or even allow yourself to see, because everything was not for you to see at that time and point, because the two would not go hand in hand. Because it takes you to grow even more, to even accept more growth, because with more growth comes more responsibility. So the more knowledge, the more responsibility I can give you, because you know. So allow yourself just to take one day at a time and continue to, even if you have to rekindle certain places and areas where you grew that took you there. Um, just like I went to this court, this place I used to play basketball with. And it was a relaxing time for me. It was something that I didn't give up doing no matter what I've done or where I've been, at what point I've been in my life. I've always played ball. So I played even more ball then because it was a point of my physical being taken away from me as I was going to college, as I was working, as I was learning how to separate myself socially with certain events and people, but it was all a learning point and a time point for everything. And the greater point for within the understanding of those around you within the community and the growth of those without the community. It takes a whole lot for people to change and understand. It takes time for you to change within the growth and knowledge that you have obtained, but you have not obtained it at a low level. It's only become higher than the level you obtained, because it is greater what you had and what you know, but it is greater in a different area and place. And whenever you can obtain that knowledge in a different area and place, you have obtained the knowledge and understanding what the knowledge is that gave you the knowledge to achieve. So within that achievement, you must understand that it takes time and growth, and challenge is everything. And with it, challenge and growth, there comes time. And with that, you can change things. The time it could be yours, the time it could be somebody else's, the time it could be a detailed place or a detailed area or location or just an illusion of what could be. So what is the perfect timing of it all? And that's one thing that you need to go out and discover. And within these changes, you will discover new things that are rebuilding the understanding of, wow, I discovered this. I know this is some BS discover, but it is great to discover the changes in the knowledge I didn't know, but I do know what I should have known, what I did know. And we all look at that and we come to that point of life, but we didn't do because it was not an establishment that was established within the seeds that was around us at the time. And you cannot fault the seeds. They did not know. They did not know. But now we know, so we got to fault ourselves, and we're going to fault somebody else. So take that and run with it. And until next time, remember, challenge, growth, and time. BS discovery.